Alright, so this is a suggestion via Patreon. The name of the video is Everything Wrong with the Game's Black Slim Shady Eminem disc, guys. This is coming from Crypt. Listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go ahead and just jump into this immediately. Right, guys. So yeah, my overall thought about the song itself, I've listened to it a couple more times now. I still stand by kind of what I said, right? I do think that Eminem should respond. Just for the love of hip hop, not picking sides, not being biased here. And the only reason why I say he should respond is a couple of the lines towards the end of the song. You understand what I'm saying here, guys? Hip hop is a sport. I mean, I get it. He can't respond to everyone, but the game is not a no one, right? But all right, let's check it out. Let's see what this takes us, guys.
Last week, the game dropped The Black Slim Shady, which is one of the songs off of his album, Drillmatic. The Black Slim Shady is a 10-minute diss track aimed at Eminem, and while there may be some high points and good bars in the song, that's not what this video is about. This video will undoubtedly get copyright claimed despite falling in line with the fair use policies that YouTube has, so if you really...
Oh, shots fired. Yeah. It's such an odd thing. People are like sometimes in the comments, like, hey, why do you do a lot of live versions? Because record labels and for the most part, everyone, right, absolutely ignores what YouTube has set in place. Not just YouTube, the American government has set in place for fair use. What we do generally as reaction channels is fair use. What he's doing right now is fair use, and absolutely the song is going to get copyrighted because, again, labels don't care. Like, even if you were to dispute the charge, they're going to be like, no, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. So this is why I do a lot of lives occasionally, because the only way this channel, and honestly many channels can even survive, is to kind of get away from those copyright claims, because, again, they don't care. YouTube will not fight on our behalf, guys.
Really want to help me out and make this worth my while, make sure that your balls are clean and fresh and shaven by using my code Crypt20 at Manscaped. And for a limited time, anybody that buys...
We got an ad, guys. If you want to go ahead and check out that ad, you can go check it out on his channel, guys. Let's jump into the song, all right?
Hey, Grandma. Yeah, I'm still out making my Uber runs. I just got one more pickup, kind of close to 8 Mile.
Math time. The song starts off with a phone call from the viewpoint of one Matthew Mitchell, the younger brother of Stan, in which Eminem created an entire legacy behind. Matthew's dead, by the way. He died in 2013 in the song Bad Guy, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Matthew Mitchell, big bro is for you. Oh, hope you can swim good.
No, this is a spoiler, guys. I have not heard that song, guys. Hold on.
Age is Eminem, which would make this year his 50th birthday. Being that he and Matthew are brothers, they have the same mother, obviously, meaning that they also have the same grandmother. With that into account, in 1972, the year in which Stan was born, the median age in which a mother had her first child was 26.7 years old, making Stan and Matthew's mother born in the year 1945 and roughly 77 years old. And in 1945, the year in which Matthew and Stan's mother was born, the median age for a woman to have her first child was 22.8 years old, making Stan and Matthew's grandmother born in 1922, making her 100 years old. That bitch does not have a phone. That bitch don't even know what Uber is. And that bitch ain't alive. And neither is Matthew. This is a conversation between ghosts.
Okay, so I see what he's doing here, guys. He's using like the sin counter is at the top here. It's just like what they there's a channel that like does this to movies, right? But right.
Also, Uber strictly prohibits you from touching your phone for phone calls while driving. It's 3 demerit points and a $500 fine. And you can clearly hear that awesome Michigan infrastructure road noise in the background as he's on his way to pick up his last passenger for the night. And since we don't hear his grandmother's voice through the Bluetooth speakers in the car, we know that he's not using the allowed hands-free option. Ghosts are bad Uber drivers.
Wow.
The classic, you don't know who you're fucking with trope in a diss track. Also, literally no one has said anything. Eminem, the person that this song is about, has not said a thing. He is quite literally not fucking with you because he hasn't said a word. I'm the Black Slim Shady. Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that. Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Guys, the whole song is like a full-blown Eminem cadence. Just like, that's what it is. That's what he did.
Used to a lot of this generic rhyming that doesn't really mean anything at all. Also, the game rhymes the word sick with sick 4 different times in the first 4 opening bars. Sick in the brain, sick is the day that I came.
tired of niggas.
I understand he's rhyming other words with sick as well, but sick 4 different times is too many sicks. I'm sick of sicks.
Must stick my dick in your podcast.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that.
Now you crawling out the driver's side like a centipede.
Crawling out the driver's side like a centipede? Of all things that crawl, a centipede? There's no other connection to that line at all. It's quite literally just something that crawls, and it's a very lazy line, which is funny because at the end of this song, you're gonna hear about the game telling Eminem not to be lazy when he responds.
Hold on. Didn't they have I think Eminem had a song called Centipede, didn't he? Or something like, or Grasshopper or something like that, guys? I think it was Centipede, guys. Hold on. No? Caterpillar. All right, we're here.
Funny because at the end of this song, you're gonna hear about the game telling Eminem not to be lazy when he responds.
And me, I'm finna be on a jet to the Philippines.
Hey, more useless rhyming. Get used to that.
G-A-50-50-M, pay my face, I'm him.
Game forgets to add an E when he's spelling, so instead of game, he's now Gam. Also, hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Putting this big black dick in your skims.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that. Also, what the fuck is a skim? Every definition that I've looked up, every noun, verb, everything, slang, Urban Dictionary, everywhere I've looked, there's nothing that would make sense.
I killed Dr. Dre in my basement last night.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that. Also, game rhymes last night with last night 5 different times in this section.
Basement last night, wasted last night, ate shit last night, placed it last night, tasted last night.
I understand that he's rhyming other words as well, but he's quite literally already done this tactic in this very same song, and we're not even 20% of the way through this 10-minute diss track.
Lost my taste and my smell, I got a Marion.
Twitter joke. Also, that counts as a COVID bar, and those are automatic sins nowadays.
Me and Dr. Fauci with the crazy girls, and then we got a party on.
Dr. Fauci is the chief medical advisor to the United States, and he got famous because of COVID. So guess what? Another COVID bar, another COVID sin.
So fee, fi, fum, I'm with 40 going dumb, not E40 the other 40. I'm with Canadians at Drake House having a steak.
What's interesting is that so like as the song, as I was listening to it for the first time, I was just like, all right, this is okay. This is decent, right? I think for the most part, towards the end of the song is when it started getting really good as a diss. Because for the most part, all he's going to do right now is just repeat himself, guys. He's just going to repeat himself consistently while like borrowing cadences. So we're just going to go ahead and actually move along in the song a little bit, guys. Again, if you guys actually want to see this video, make sure you check it out on Crypt's channel, guys.
Nothing rhymes with orange.
Here, the game is making fun of Eminem trying to rhyme with orange that he did on his song Tone Deaf, which came from his recent project Music to be Murdered By, Side B, making this the 5th confirmed album that the game is imitating on this very song, despite saying he's only ever listened to one Eminem album.
So 50-50, Slim Shady, please stand up.
Hey, another Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Shoot the fade with me, I love to put these hands up.
Game literally said in this interview talking about the entire beef that he's not actually trying to fight, he just wants to rap with someone.
When I said what I said about M, it was to challenge him, to challenge hip-hop, to ignite a rap riot, not a street fight or not let's pull out the straps.
This Slim Haley's with me and she's unharmed for now.
I'm really scared.
Hey, mentioning Haley on a diss track against Eminem. Nobody's ever done that.
Right.
I'm cold as COVID, Ebola, the Spanish flu and Corona.
2 COVID bars in one line. You can't make this shit up. Also, the game's the 4 millionth rapper that said he's cold as a cold.
The Zika virus, pneumonia is deep inside my persona.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
The renegade or the soldier, I really gave it to Hova. How I feel.
At this point, the game is literally just recycling everything that everybody has ever said and touching on every single buzzword he can think of. Right now, it's renegade. He already went after Haley. Surely he's not gonna go after Kim or his mother Debbie at some point too, right?
23 years still ain't penetrating the culture.
I'm not gonna list every accolade because I'd be here forever, but this is false.
You are not top 5 in mine, big or pop eyes.
No shit! Biggie and Tupac are dead, and they died before the Slim Shady LP came out, which is when everybody heard him. That's like saying Elvis or Jimi Hendrix doesn't have Metallica in their top 5. No fucking shit! Also, literally just over a year ago, the game tweeted that Eminem was in his top 5. You can't make this up. It's still on his Twitter. I don't know how many sins to give this. We're going with 1,000 because there's just direct proof.
I mean, there's also like a video floating around of him blatantly saying that, you know, Eminem is like one of his favorite rappers. So it's a little weird. This whole thing is strange because he's making it seem like Eminem was nothing to him, but yet everything? That's weird.
For white line.
Eminem is going on 13 years sober. This is the Nick Cannon approach of talking about old drug use. And if there's somebody that you don't want to copy in an Eminem diss track, it's Nick Cannon.
My Suge Knight, Vanilla Ice.
Hey, the game calling Eminem Vanilla Ice. Nobody's ever done that before in a diss track against Eminem. Yeah. Also, Suge Knight used to stalk Vanilla Ice and would just show up anywhere that he was out of nowhere, including his own hotel room. And in that hotel room, he took him to the balcony and threatened to throw him off the edge if he didn't sign away some points to Ice Ice Baby. So unless the game somehow comes away with some points for Eminem's Lose Yourself, I think we can call his bluff here.
Crazy.
Right. Right.
Hey, an Eminem style. Get used to that.
I'm not Mr. Nice Guy.
Hey, you just said that. Literally like 5 seconds ago. Just said those exact words.
You didn't pissed off Jimmy, Universal, and Interscope. Nope, I got Jimmy, Slim, 50, and Universal, Interscope.
YouTube rappers have been saying this punchline for 4 years now.
Then I'm running in the Interscope. If they don't sign me, then the Interscope.
Crazier than Kim.
Hey, the game talking about Kim on an Eminem diss track because nobody's ever done that before. Yeah.
You love your mother? Well, I'm cleaning out your closets for you and your half brother.
Hey, the game talking about Eminem's mom on a diss track.
This is kind of around the point where things are going to get a little bit crazy. And this is why I was like, bro, we need to hear a response. Absolutely. I need a response. I'm sorry. I know you guys are just like, no, Eminem, don't respond. It's beneath you. My question for anyone who says that is this here. You guys can't be new to hip hop, right? Like if you are new to hip hop, I understand you saying that. Or if like Eminem is like the only rapper you listen to, then I understand that. But if you've been following hip hop since like the 90s, you're not going to say that. I don't think so, right? I mean, there needs to be a response. This is hip hop. Let's keep it hip hop. All right?
Against Eminem because nobody's ever done that before. Yeah.
And I told you when I was in Detroit, I wanted to go to 8 Mile. Because when I was little to get some M&Ms, I had to walk 8 miles.
What the fuck? This is the stupidest line of the whole song.
It was a trash bar, guys. It was a trash bar.
This is so... 100 cents.
Leave his brains all thin when the game's all in, then the chainsaw ring, ring.
Hey, another Eminem style, even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem.
Right.
Get used to that.
Hello?
Yeah, listen, even in the song, he was just like, bro, I don't even have him playing in my car. And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? You definitely do. It's obvious that you do. Like 100% obvious that you absolutely have listened to every single thing Eminem has done. Like throughout the whole song. I've never played him in my car. Bro, what are you talking about? Yes, you have. It's obvious, sir.
Hello? Page and Dr. Dre? He ain't got a lot to say.
Hey, another Eminem style, even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem. Get used to that.
But since Curtis always do, let him write the rhymes for you.
The game literally said in this interview that he wants to battle 50 Cent, but that he can't rap and won't rap. So he's battling Eminem because 50 won't rap. So this is completely contradictory to the main goal here.
Why M? Like, what was the
You wanna
origin?
know why?
Yeah.
Because 50 can't rap. He can't out-rap me, so your buddy can rap, though. And so I gotta go a level up and challenge the better rapper. The chick on the show wasn't picking me and Mariah wasn't picking you.
The game does the Eminem 8 Mile tactic and disses himself on the song, so Eminem can't respond with the diss, right? Also, the game talks about Mariah on an Eminem diss track because nobody's ever done that before. Yeah.
Do rap for 10 years and never had one wave.
This is one of the best disses of the whole song. Too
Yeah.
bad Ja Rule said this fucking 15 years ago.
It was the do-rag off. You're never gonna have waves. You'll never know black pain.
This is not mom's spaghetti.
What does this even mean?
Like seriously, that was like when I heard it, I was just like, bro, that's a solid diss, guys. I mean, I get it. Ja Rule said it before, but it still is a solid like diss, guys. Because you can get waves in probably a week, right? But all right, let's get it.
You're never gonna have waves. You'll never know black pain.
This is not mom's spaghetti.
What does this even mean? There's so much of this throughout the whole thing. I understand the famous line of Eminem's Mom's Spaghetti, but this is not Mom's Spaghetti. What does that fucking mean?
This your dad was 22 when he ate Lil Debbie. He takes the cake. Cause she was only 15, so how can one not sympathize with her having you as a teen?
Finally, a legitimate great diss. I will remove one sin for Sir Game. But the game also just lost a...
That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like towards the end of the song is when things started getting a little disrespectful, right? A little too disrespectful. All right. So, and that's kind of where I am with the diss. that's a little disrespectful, guys. All right, that may be overly disrespectful.
A legitimate great diss. I will remove one sin for Sir Game. But the game also just lost a sexual assault court case, so I don't really want to speak on this issue. So
what does this say? Hold on. Okay. There's no like graphic detail.
I'll take that sin back now.
Little Marshall Mathers. Mad because nobody thinks that Little Marshall matters.
Have I mentioned that Eminem literally has not said a single word about this entire thing? If anything, the game is pissed off and mad because so many people think that Eminem is in their top 5 and would kill him in a versus battle.
And I used to think Eminem was better than me.
So what you saying right now?
He not. He's not.
I'm sorry.
Hey, challenge it.
Game, you don't want to go versus against
Yes,
Eminem.
I do. What do you mean? Yeah, I do. The fuck you mean?
So if anything was the matter, the game is getting madder and madder that Little Marshall Mathers matters.
Let's get this shit all together. The picture was ripped, I fixed it, but none with me, you and...
Bro, never do that, Game. All right? It's not for you, bro. I respect you, right? Obviously. But, that's not for you, bro. That's not your place, unfortunately. And it's going to come down to, I'll explain it to you right now. What it is that it doesn't matter. When you start dealing with like people like, for example, Drake. I don't like Drake at all. I don't think he can rap. I think he's trash. I think that he is absolutely trash. I think Meek was much better than Drake. But like specifically when they battled, right? But it doesn't matter. You have some artists who it literally just doesn't matter how good they actually are in terms of like through the eyes of like hip hop lenses, right? It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they're too big to be canceled, right? Think about it. Look at Pusha T and Drake. Okay, Drake lost that battle, 100%. But to his fans, no chance. Again, you're no longer dealing with like just like old school hip hop heads, right? You're dealing with fan bases that are like so gigantic that it really doesn't matter what they do or say, right? Eminem is to the point where he can probably throw a beat on and say, F you, basically, and beat you, bro. All right? And this has nothing to do with the skill of Eminem, nothing at all. It just has purely to do about fan bases, right? And that's just where it is, okay? So when you try to do like versus battles, it doesn't matter if you're good because there's some artists that are entirely too large to fail. And Eminem is one of these artists that he is entirely too large to fail. So you making this, for the culture, whatever you're doing this for, is one thing, right? But you won't win this. Period. All right? Let's get it.
50, let's stitch this shit all together.
The game rhymes all together with all together. They're the bookend rhymes with some inner rhymes in the middle of it, but the bookend rhymes are still the same word.
I even kidnapped Stan's brother and baited him in for you.
Hey, did I mention that Matthew's dead?
But you would just say no. Probably leave us in the blistering cold.
Hey, another direct line from an Eminem song, even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem. Get used to that.
God made you damn near perfect, he just missed your soul.
So you agree that he raps well.
You ain't a shell of who you used to be.
Yeah, that kind of killed it for me.
Hey, another diss that somebody else has already said. Get used to that.
And after you, it's me on a Uzi spree like it's two of me. And Matthew's dead now.
Matthew was already dead! Also, earlier in the song, he said he only had a Mac 10, and then it turned into a Mac 10 and 5.9 millimeters. Now it's a Mac 10, 5.9 millimeters, and an Uzi? How many fucking guns is this guy carrying on him?
I mean, probably a lot. I would expect it. I mean, I don't know, because I carry multiple, so I would expect that he probably would also, right? But all right, guys, listen. We're going to go ahead and end this. I see what he's doing here, guys. He's pointing out all of the absolute absurdities about games diss. There's way too many. He contradicted himself entirely too much, mainly with him saying that he was not a fan of Eminem, and then all of a sudden he's a fan of Eminem because he's borrowing every single bit of Eminem that he could. It was weird. It's a whole weird track, guys. So listen, Let me know in the comments if I should be checking out any more of this type of stuff, guys. And I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right. Listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. All right. Enjoy it thoroughly. All right.